if you so choose. What's up, Christian? We good? Okay. All right, starting out with number 1, solving this equation. Nice and easy. First thing I want to do here, I got way too many terms over here, so I know I want to clean that up. I'm going to combine my like terms. 9 minus 2 gives me 7. Right off the bat, that's what we got to do first to clean it up. Now we've got a variable with a constant and a variable with a constant. Okay? Now it's time for us to bring our stuff over. What do I want to bring over to the left? The variable terms, 2x. I can subtract it like so. Arish, are you okay in the back? Getting a pen shouldn't be that loud. Negative 6x minus 2, 8. Negative 8x plus 7 is 11. All right, I brought my variable term to the left. What am I going to bring to the right? Constant. My 7 gets subtracted. I get negative 8x equals 11 minus 7 is 4. Divide by negative 8. And I get x is equal to negative 1 over 2. You definitely need to simplify if you want all the points. If you leave it, are you guys listening? If you leave it as 4 over 8, you will get a point taken off. Okay, make sure you are simplifying 100% of the way. Yeah, Kaylee. You can take it home. You can use it on the test. Yeah. Does that ease your stress a little bit? I thought I mentioned that. Did I not mention that? I said you could use your notes in any worksheets. This is a worksheet. If we have time. Right now it's not looking like we're going to have time. But it's okay. Number 2, we're solving for x. This is like what we did with the formulas the other day. Right here's what I want to get alone. So I'm going to peel back my outermost layer first, which is plus z. So I'm going to subtract z from both sides. Over here now I've got negative z minus 10 equals xy. Right? Just like if this was 2x and I wanted x all by itself, I would divide by 2. Instead of a 2, it's a y. So I'll divide by y. Is there anything I can simplify on the left-hand side?
No.
Nope. No. So we get negative z minus 10 over y. It's not the prettiest answer, but x is all by itself, and that's what we want. Okay, anybody get anything different for number 2?
Why did I do that?
Is there a difference if it's negative 10 and negative z?
So you're saying x equals negative 10 minus z over y? Yeah. Nope, same exact thing.
Oh, okay.
They both work.
I just why did I move the subtract?
Right? So just in general, right? Every term has a sign in front. If it's negative, we see the negative in front. If it's positive, we don't always see the positive, right? Let me show you what I mean. If I have something like 2 minus 3, right? 3 is negative, but what is my 2? Positive. Now, obviously, we're not going to write a positive, but if I wanted to flip these around, then I would see a plus sign, right? The minus is stuck to the 3. The 2 is still positive. I can flip-flop them all I want as long as I keep the sign that's attached to that number attached to that number. So for here, obviously, they're both negative, so it doesn't really matter. But if this was like z minus 10 and we flipped it around, it would be minus 10 plus z. Does that make sense? No? If I confused you further, I apologize. Any questions on number 2? Anybody write it this second way? Yeah? Okay. 100% fine. Totally fine. All right? Dropping down to number 3. I think we did this on a Blooket the other day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What constants do I have in this expression? Liana? 5. Is there any other constants? No. Because a constant doesn't have a variable on it, right? 5 is the only solid number. So that's my constant. How many terms do I have? Alex, how many do I have?
4?
I have 4 terms. I have a 6x. I have a negative y. I have a positive 5. And I have a negative 8z. Right? It's not specifying constant or variable terms. It's asking for the total number of terms in general.
So every
Yeah.
number that's there.
Every little thing that's there, whether it's a variable term or a constant term,
Basically,
to term.
just the entire equation, right? It's all variables.
Yeah, but you should write it like this, with commas, like a list. Coefficients. What are my coefficients here? How many coefficients do I have, first of all, Ava? I have 2.
Three.
I got 3. I have 3 variable terms. That means I have 3 coefficients. What's my first coefficient? 6x is my coefficient? That doesn't sound right. 6. Coefficient does not include the letter.
Oh, I missed that.
Coefficient is the number in front of a variable. Okay, if you write 6x on the test, that is not correct. What's my other coefficient? -1. Where'd you find the -1? In front of the y, right? Just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
Would 5 be a coefficient? Oh no.
Is there a letter behind it?
8.
5? Is there a letter attached to it? No, so it's a constant, not a coefficient. What's my last coefficient, Davis? Is it 8?
Negative 8.
-8. All right, you may think it's like nitpicky, but if you just put 618, that's wrong. If you put 6x, -1y, -8z, that is wrong. Okay, coefficients can either be positive or negative, and it's only the number in front. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah.
I thought it meant like count how many it is and then write the number of how many.
Identify the following. I guess it could be more specific. Now you know what to do, though. Fair point. Number 4. Oh, our favorite. Maggie's brother is 3 years younger than twice her age. Maggie's brother. I'm going to call that B. B, the brother is 3 years younger. That'll be a -3 because younger means less than. Twice her age. So 2m. No fraction there. The sum of their ages is 30. So B plus M equals 30. Everybody with me so far?
Yes.
I know that B is equal to all this, so I'm going to take out my B and plug in 2m minus 3. 2m minus 3 plus m equals 30. Combine like terms to get 3m minus 3 equals 30. I'm going to add 3 to both sides to get, I'm going to bring it over here, 3m equals 33. I'll divide both sides by 3. What is 33 divided by 3? 11. So who's 11, Maggie or the brother? Maggie's 11. If Maggie's 11 and their ages together is 30, then how old is the brother? 19 years old. Anybody get that one right all on their own? 11 and 19? Good. Question? No? You got it right? Awesome. Perfect. Now, if you said that the brother was 11 and Maggie is 19, is that correct? No, it is not. Okay? So you have to make sure that you're following along, taking it slow, and you're looking at the right variables. All right? Because even if you get the numbers right, I'll take a point or two off if your names are all messed up. Okay? There's not a whole lot of room there for that, so just try your best to make it fit.
M equals 11.
M was 11, B is 19. Years. We should technically have our units right. 11 years, 19 years. I don't care about that.
Can you slow down?
Sure.
I got that.
Okay.
Well, I've got everything right. I've got everything wrong so far except for
How are we doing so far? The first 4. Thumbs up, doing great. Thumbs sideways, we're doing okay. Thumbs down, we're doing poor. Lee, which is fine too.
I'm doing poor.
You're doing poorly? I don't believe you. Doing okay?
Oh,
All right.
1, 2,
Let's.
and 3.
Number 5. This is our little proportions. Okay, cross multiplying. I'm gonna multiply across like this. 3 times 3v plus 10 over, I'm going to cross multiply 2v times 7. Again, there's a different way for us to do this, right? Did anybody try and fraction bust this? A couple people? Check and see if you got the same answer. Right? Fraction busting, I would multiply the left side by 3 over 3, the right side by 7 over 7. You should end up with the same equation.
I stopped doing it halfway, and then I went to
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, either way works. So whatever you're more comfortable with. Distribute the 3. 9v plus 30 equals 14 v's because we multiplied.
Yay.
Okay. I'm gonna pause there for a second. What do we want to do now?
Minus 9b.
Minus 9v. Good.
Wait, I have a question.
Sure.
How did you get 4?
Right here.
Yeah.
14 is
Oh.
2 times 7.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it's an ugly one, but
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah, there we go.
2 times 7.
Gives you 14. Yep. So now I got 30 equals 5v. Divide by 5.
Yes.
V equals 6. Right? We divide 30 and 5 by 5. We get 6. Anybody get that right? Yep. Good. 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 Number 6, our absolute value. Okay. I've got negative 2a plus 6 equals 10. I'm going to rewrite it with a negative 10 on the left and no absolute value sign with a 10 on the right, just like that. You could have done it a different way too. If you want to split it up into 2 whole equations, that's fine. I'm going to solve them all at once. Minus 6 across all 3 sides leaves me with negative 16 equals negative 2a equals 4.
Then divide by
Divide all 3 sides by negative 2.
then you get,
And I get a is equal to 8.
A is equal
And a is equal to negative 2.
because it's negative 16 and negative 2, so it's positive. Because you're dividing it by 2 negatives.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Kyle, Aaron, you guys okay back there? Okay, we're not focused. So let's focus, please. On to number 7. We got a little double distribution to do here.
Oh.
So I'm going to distribute my 3. I get 3x plus 3. I'm going to distribute my 5. I get 5x minus 10. And that's all equal to 49. Yeah? What do I want to do now? So it's the C. Alex,
Combine like terms.
combine like terms. 3x's with 5x's gives me 8x's. And what's 3 minus 10?
3 minus
That's right, negative 7. Yeah. 8 and negative 2. Yep. Don't worry about plotting on the stupid little number line. We don't have to do that for number 6. All right, I'm going to add 7 on both sides. Boom, boom. I get 56 equals 8x. Oops.
56.
Divide by 8, and I get what?
7.
7.
X equals 7.
Anybody get 7 for 7? Yep. Melanie, Arish, Ian. Good. Number 8, I got more distribution, but this time I've got a variable on both sides. I'll distribute my 2. I get 2x minus 6 plus 4. Combine like terms again. 2x minus 2 equals 3x plus 2. I can minus my 3x, or I can minus my 2x. It doesn't really matter. I'll add this 2 over to the right. Am I done?
No.
What do I need to do now?
Divide both sides by -1.
That's right. What's 4 over negative 1?
-4.
Good. Give me a thumbs up if you got negative 4. Good. Okay. I feel like we're feeling pretty good with the equation stuff. Yeah?
Well, number 9 is
Maybe. Okay, I'm going to pause there for a second to make sure you guys are all good.
yeah, number 5.
If you're struggling with some of this, I would highly recommend you go home and watch this video again. 2, 3, 4 times. 5, 6, 7 maybe. If you don't stay up too late though, but It's always good to hear it again. Any questions on the front?
No.
Awesome. To the back. Were you still going?
Yeah, I'll just finish. Okay.
Does anybody not have a calculator of their own? Okay, I can get you one tomorrow. Okay. Number 9, find and explain the error. This one's fun.
Oh, I always get confused.
Okay. If we're getting confused by this, we should definitely be focusing on this.
Number 2.
So, the directions are, I've got x equals 2x minus 4z, and I've got to solve for z. Okay, so it looks like right away, I'm going to split this. Looks like right away I brought my 2x over here to make 3x, and then I divided by -4, and I got z all by itself. Is that wrong? Is that right?
That's wrong.
Where did the mistake happen? In which step? You're going to show me on your fingers. Which step did the mistake happen? In step 1, step 2, or step 3? Good. Joanne, Alex, Muhammad. Yep, step 2. What happened in step 2?
You're supposed
Judah,
to
what
subtract
happened?
the
I got you, Alex, on the next one.
added 2x.
They added 2x?
Yeah.
Okay, what were they supposed to do? Subtract 2x. All right, let's fix that error. Because what's the opposite of 2x? Minus 2x. What's x minus 2x?
Negative x.
Negative 1x. Now I can divide both sides by -4. I got my z all by itself. What's it equal to?
X.
You could write it as 1 over 4x, or you could write it as x over 4. Either one is fine with me. All right, so you are going to have to be able to go through an equation, see what the person did wrong, fix it, and figure out what the right answer is.
For number
Okay. Anthony?
10, I got no, yes.
Okay, we'll get to number 10 in a second. Are you good on number 9? Perfect. Number 10. Which of these has? Which of the following equations has one solution? That is the question. One solution. Please make sure you are reading this because it might ask for many. It might ask for no. In this case, it's asking for one solution. So here, I'm going to distribute my 3. I get 3x plus 12 equals 3x. I'm just going to swap these around. Plus 18. How many solutions is that going to have?
No.
None. So does it have one solution?
No. So circle no.
We're going to circle no. How do we know that this has no solution?
If you subtract 3x from both sides.
That's right. If we were to subtract 3x from both sides, we're left with the statement 12 equals 18. That is not true. All right? So when it says explain your answer, you could write a quick little sentence, or you could just solve it and show me that you got a false statement. What about down here? For B, is that one solution?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I could subtract x from both sides. I could add 6 to both sides.
That would be
And I get x equals 9. That is, in fact, one solution. And what about C? Many solutions, right? So we're going to say no, it does not have one solution. I get 4x plus 16 equals 4x plus 16. That is the same thing. So that is true. Okay, each of those 2 points each, one for the right bubble, one for the right explanation. So if you want to say, oh, the left side is exactly the same as the right side, therefore there is many solutions. You don't have a lot of room to write all that. You could just solve it and show me. Up to you. Whatever you want to do. Now for our, any questions on 10? Anybody get no, yes, no? 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, 7 people. Okay, good. Drop it down to 11. I'm going to solve this by fraction busting. What is my LCD between 3, 10, and 2, Aldrich? 30. Give me a thumbs up if you got 30 for your LCD. Awesome. So I'm going to multiply all of these terms by something over itself to give me a 30 on the bottom. So if I have a 3, what can I multiply 3 by to give me 30? 10 over 10. What about 10? 3 over 3. And 2? 15 over 15. All right. I see I'm going to get 30 across the bottom, so I'm going to cross them all out and solve the top. I got 20y's plus 3 equals 15. What do I want to do now?
Subtract 3.
Subtract 3.
Subtract 3.
I get 20y equals 12. Divide both sides by 20. Can I simplify 20 over 12 at all?
Yes.
Yeah, what does it come out to?
3/5.
3 over 5. I divide the top by 4 and the bottom by 4. Here's my answer. Just because we get a fraction doesn't mean it's automatically wrong. Right? Did anybody get a fraction for their answer and think they must have done something wrong? Maybe. That's okay if you did. That's pretty normal. That's what we get. Number 12 is a little bit different. What do we have to do first in number 12? Even before we find the LCD. Alex, what do we have to do?
Turn the -2 into a fraction. So
Perfect.
Over 1.
That's right. Every term has to be a fraction. So I'm going to turn my -2 into a fraction over 1. If you forgot to do that, every step after is unfortunately going to be wrong, right?
Yeah.
I got 1, 4, 8, and 16. What's my LCD?
16.
16. Nice and easy. I multiply this by 4 over 4. This by 16 over 16. This one by 2 over 2. And this one by nothing. I don't need to. What's that going to give me? It gives me 4x minus 32 equals 2x minus 8. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Good. Subtract my 2x. Add my 32. I get 2x equals, was that 24?
Yeah.
Yep. Divide by 2. What's half of 24?
12.
Boom.
Oh,
Give me a thumbs up if you got 12. Good. Great. I'm glad. The fraction busting can be a little tricky. I'm glad it makes sense. Yes.
I think I did it wrong, but I still got this right.
What did you do?
So I simplified -8 over 16 to 1/2. -1/2.
Sure.
Oh.
You could have done that. That's fine. Good eye. Number 13, moving company A charges $200 plus $20 per hour. How can I write that as an expression?
200 plus 20x.
Perfect. Right? $20 per hour. Whenever we see per, we know that that's going to be where my X is at.
Yeah.
Company B charges $320 plus 15 per hour, where X is my number of hours, right? At what number of hours, find X, right? At what number of hours will the charge by both companies be the same? If they're the same, they'll be equal, so I'll set them equal, and then I will solve. Okay, what can I do first to solve?
Subtract 200 both sides.
Sure.
Or 300.
Yeah, you could do either one. There's a bunch of different, oops.
I just left it to be positive.
Bunch of different things we could do. I get 20x equals 120 plus 15x.
And I subtracted
Subtract my 15x. I get 5x equals 120. How many times does 5 go into 120?
24 times.
24 times?
Yes.
Sounds right to me. 24 what?
Hours.
Hours.
4 to 2 today. Simplified.
Right? It asks at what number of hours. So you want our units to be in hours. Yes, technically that is 1 day. Right? But if it's asking for hours, our answer should be in hours. What is the charge after 24 hours? How much are each of them paying? How can we even figure that out?
He plugs 24 in for x.
We'll plug 24 in for x. It doesn't matter which one we do. I'm going to do the one that looks less scary. All right, I get 200 plus 480. Gives me 680 what?
$680.
680 doll hairs.
Doubloon.
2 answers, Tyler.
Can you move the paper up so that I can see the questions?
Number 13?
No, I just wanted to see the question.
Last but not least, our good old perimeter problem that I told you would be on the test. So here's my length. I'll call it L. My width is L minus 3. If the perimeter is 30, write an equation and solve for L. Well, what's the equation for perimeter?
P equals 2L plus 2W.
Okay. I know that the perimeter is 30, so I'm going to plug that in for P. I know that my L is L, so I'll leave that as 2L.
Plus 2.
And I know that W is L minus 3.
Oh, what? I still did it. Yeah, I still did it correct.
Now, there's another way we could have done this, right? Give it a second. That's worded wrong. Write an equation and solve for L. Whatever. That's fine. So we distribute the 2. We get 30 equals 2L plus 2L minus 6. Combine like terms to give me 4L's minus 6. Add my constant to both sides to clear it. Divide both sides by 4. How many times does 4 go into 36? Okay, 9 what? Centimeters. Don't forget your units. All right. We solved for L. Now let's solve for W.
Oh, W.
Right? It says find the width. That's why I said it's worded weird. It should say width and length instead of width. I can't even talk. Width/length.
Oh, I thought that meant the
Oh, wait, no, I still solved it.
Find the width over the length. I'll clear it up on the test, don't worry. So what would the width be if the length is 9?
6 centimeters.
How'd you get 6 centimeters?
L minus 3, so I plug in 9.
Good. L minus 3, we plug in 9, we get 6. So 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 6 is 24, plus 6 is 30. That matches my perimeter that was given. I know that I'm right. Okay?
Wait. How do you find the width?
So the width is length minus 3. My length is 9.
Oh.
Yeah, so we plug in the 9 and we get 9 minus 3, which is 6. Let me see how it's worded on this.
And what is so the 30?
30 is the perimeter, so that's the length all the way around it.
Okay.
Yep. We have 15 minutes of spare
Nine,
time.
you can get 30 out of 9 is wow.
It is confusing.
You get 30. Alright, so multiply it by 9. I would probably
Any final questions we could answer on the practice test? Yeah, Tyler.
on the second line.
Yep.
For 30 equals 2L plus 2L minus 3. How did you change that back to 2L?
We distributed the 2. So we plugged in this expression for W. And then we distributed the 2 to the L. And the 2 to the negative 3. These brackets are showing... Okay, guys, hold on. These brackets show that I'm combining like terms.
Yeah.
2 L's and 2 L's makes 4 L's. We still got that minus 6. That's when we bring it in. Does that make sense? No?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, good.
Wait. Oh.
Yeah. So we took the perimeter formula and we plugged in what we knew. We knew that P was 30. We knew that W was L minus 3. Yeah. Okay. Good. Any other questions? Okay.
Wait, Miss.
Yeah.
How do you get 0.9 centimeters?
That's just a 9.